hand this over because I think you guys can handle it. I think you're ready. So, Cam, I'm going to hand this over to you. You just
Appreciate it.
send me the signal
Appreciate
if
it.
you need. All right.
Gotcha.
All
Well,
right.
welcome back, fans. 937 fans. This is the first actual episode of Up the Middle with me, Cam Chick, my co-host Bryce Matthews.
Sure.
And we tweeted it out this morning. We said we were coming with some heat, and we weren't lying. We were not lying. If you are a true Husker fan, I shouldn't even have to introduce this guy right here. But we got freshman Big Ten Player of the Year, second team All Big Ten, and an All-American.
The kid.
The guy himself, Max Anderson. Max, how we doing?
I'm doing good. I'm just glad to be here.
So to get started, kind of just tell us what it means to be able to come back and play for your home team, the team you rooted for your whole life.
Yeah, I mean, growing up, I had season tickets, growing up as a kid, and went to all the Husker games, watched all the legends come through Nebraska. And I mean, just kind of a crazy story, but to get back here and be playing under guys that kind of know what it's like to play Nebraska baseball and know how to coach it really, really well. I mean, it was awesome. It was just a dream come true, really.
Yeah. So kind of tell us about that then, the crazy story.
Yeah. So about my whole high school, I wasn't really thinking about Nebraska. I mean, it was a different coaching staff before Coach Bolt got there when I was in high school and really my whole entire high school career. But yeah, I was planning on going to Texas A&M, and at that time, pretty much the whole coaching staff was at Texas A&M, other than Coach Arvell. And yeah, I thought that was gonna be my home. And about 2 months before I was about to go there, Bolt got hired at Nebraska, and things just kind of started to change. And got a call from Coach Bolt, and I figured what he told me and what Coach Arvell was telling me, and that was just something I knew I had to be a part of. It was just something I couldn't miss out on, going back home and bringing the Big Ten championship back to Nebraska.
Yeah, I'm sure everyone here in Nebraska and your teammates as well are very appreciative.
Very appreciative.
Very appreciative to have you here.
Oh, yeah.
As the lockdown third baseman and one of the key guys in our lineup for sure.
Yeah.
So
best hitter in the country.
Yeah, I can say it with confidence. And I hit in front of you, so being on base was always one of the fun things to do, is just sit there and watch you work at the plate, because I knew something was going to happen and I wasn't going to be stationary for long.
Yeah, makes it easier when you're hitting in front of me.
I guess. And this guy's in front of us. He starts it all. But so yeah, it's kind of cool, like the story between you two, because you guys kind of have the same background coming here because of the coaching staff, and we needed you guys. So it was a good change.
Yeah, it was awesome coming in with him. I mean, me and him kind of going through the same thing, having the same story, being able to kind of just go through things together. And it's not likely that you get someone that you can come in together and have to go through as a freshman, and with all that pressure. It was nice.
So yeah, I had that with Spencer, and that was the easiest part. It's like me and Spencer were super close throughout the whole thing. So having someone there that always goes through the adversity and ups and downs, because there's always, except you probably haven't had it yet. So but there's a little more. It's more, yours is like a little divot.
Yeah.
Me and Bryce have, we've done this. Yours is kind of like boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
It's always trending upward. But yeah,
we were roommates too, so it made it even better. And just
all those nights coming back home at like 2 a.m. and then having to get back, it was
go to class the next
at least
day.
we shared it together. It was
Facts.
nice.
Oh, that's the worst part. You get off the plane, you look at your phone, it's like 12:30 in the morning. You're still in Omaha, like, bro.
Yeah.
But, I mean, we had one time, I don't know if it was with you guys or maybe it was the year before, where our bus, the guy slept in. Was that last year?
Yeah, it was last year.
Yeah, one of the first trips
at the airport.
Yes.
We got there at midnight, and we're all sitting there like, is this guy ever going to get here? And it took him an hour and a half to come get us.
We were all sleeping in the airport.
Yeah. Well, and two ball. We were playing two ball till like 1:30 in the morning.
1:30 in the morning.
We had people dripping in sweat, like disgusting, in the khaki shorts and the jeans.
Yes.
That was brutal.
Mojo in boots over there going hard.
Yeah.
Dude was diving everywhere, throwing balls at each other.
Scum yelling at 1 a.m.
Yeah. And it's crazy part is just us. Yeah. It was just us and the security guard. He kept like watching. He just sat there and watched us play.
Yeah. People were playing baseball outside in the parking lot.
Yeah. Just, it was crazy.
That was nuts.
Oh, yeah, that was fun.
Crazy. So, yeah, kind of just, I guess, for fans out there, obviously, baseball is a lot more technical than some sports. Technical is in like approach and stuff like that. So kind of talk about what makes you such a good hitter. Like what goes into not only what the fancy on the field, but what you do off the field.
Yeah, I mean, baseball, it's thought about being such a technical sport, and for me, I try and keep it as simple as possible. I mean, I just try and go up there, not think, and just try and hit. I mean,
That's very hard. To,
It sounds-
but for
it's very
him,
hard,
it's-
yeah.
but for him,
Yeah.
it's simple in his mind, and he makes it look so simple.
Literally.
it sounds really simple, but from a baseball player that's been playing their whole life, they know that's the hardest thing to do in the
Oh, yeah.
world. I mean,
Yeah.
for me, I find it pretty easy to be able to clear my mind. I don't know if that's just a lack of not knowing what's going on around me or anything, but I mean, it just got kind of go up there, and the only thing I see and the only thing I hear is the pitcher looking at me and picking up on the little cues that he's got. And I mean, I think that's just how I hit. I've always hit like that. I've just never seen anything else. I mean, there's a few voices I can't tune out, like maybe my grandma's here and there. I can hear her just no matter what.
It's like that.
Exactly.
Facts.
It's weird.
It's my mom. Whenever I can hear her,
Mhm.
it doesn't matter how many people are there.
It's the weirdest thing. Like you can tune out everybody in the 8,000 crowd, and
Yeah.
you hear your grandma or something. It's the craziest thing.
My
Brings you back
dad-
down to earth.
Yeah.
It
My dad,
does.
Steven.
he'll
Shout out
give that
Steven.
whistle. Yeah. Shout out Steven. he'll give that whistle. And I just, all right, I already
Yeah.
know where he's at.
You got to
Yeah.
focus up because you know it's
Yeah.
not gonna be a good ride home.
No,
It's not.
well, luckily
yeah.
he's not riding. I'm not riding in the car with him anymore.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
they'll
that
let
is
me know over
that
text
is the
and
best
phone.
part.
Oh,
You
yeah.
can have a bad day and you know,
Yeah.
all right, I get to drive home by myself this time.
Facts. Yeah.
Had plenty of those growing up.
Yeah, mom might let me know too.
Oh yeah,
Keeping it real.
yeah. I like it though. You got to
Yeah.
keep it down to earth. I don't
Facts.
like sugarcoating.
No.
You know?
Mhm.
But yeah, DP played college ball too, so he knows where you're coming from and everything. So
You guys, every guy in this room is better than I am than I was. It was pretty funny. So, because I thought of myself as a multiple sport athlete, I had options and offers to go, especially to historically black colleges and universities. And the only reason I got picked up was that they came to scout 3 other players on my team. Including, Washington, D.C.'s pitcher of the year and player of the year. And that particular night that they saw me, I hit the only home run I hit in high school.
Hey, sometimes
I
that's all
hit it
takes.
out, and then I made a game-saving catch to close it out. And I was pissed because it was the only game I didn't start, and so I pouted the whole game until the coach said, "Okay, we need you." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, you need me now. You ain't need me 6 innings ago."
right,
And I sat out back and I'm pouting. And guy walks up and he goes, "Young man, what you did tonight was impressive. And I need to know if your mother's here." I'm like, "No, sir." He says, "Well, I need her number because we need to have you come play baseball." I was never as good as anybody in this room. Like, you guys play it at such a higher level than we did 40 years ago. Good grief, I'm old. Yeah, like the game has evolved.
Yeah.
And the way you guys your approach is different. Your attitudes are different. But look, man, I would have been just humbled to be on the field with you guys. So I'll say that. Yeah, going through the process, it was fun. It taught me a lot. Going on the road, we go down the SEC and the ACC, and we'd enjoy it.
oh yeah,
But man, look, had I known about Nebraska baseball, I would have stalked it. I absolutely would have stalked it, bro.
that's crazy though. You said he was at your game and came up to you. That's like
Yeah,
the way recruiting's changed. You,
Yeah,
you look
the-
down, you see a text or something like, oh, or like a DM on
Yeah,
social media for a
there's-
football player.
Yeah.
Like that's just crazy. Everything was
But
so personal.
I
back
never
then.
played travel ball. I really didn't. It wasn't like I didn't play AAU basketball. I didn't play 7-on-7 football. I just played every sport.
Mhm.
And back then, again, no cell phones,
Mhm.
no social media.
Mhm. You had the
Like,
rotary phones.
Like you had to roll literally, like you had to call mom, and it took a while, right?
What if you mess up? How do you erase it if you mess up? Like I've always.
Oh, you
always
hang
been-
up.
Hang up.
and you just
You hang up and start over again.
That
I'd
could've
be getting
taken a
so bad.
while.
Yeah, I'd be like, oh wait, and then I forget what number I'm on.
Yeah.
That'd be bad.
You guys have it so much easier than we did, because it took a coach luckily finding me. I would have probably played college football if that guy hadn't walked up that night. But everybody knows who you are. They can track you even in high school from across the country.
It's also harder though too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's more
because
competitive?
Mhm.
that and like some kids they don't get that much exposure from because they have to go to those tournaments to play and get that exposure and get on
Yeah.
video.
See,
Yeah.
But
I
if they don't have it, they're not going to get looked at.
I never played travel ball.
Well,
Mhm.
they
That's
didn't
the
have
same way
travel
with-
ball back then.
Was it
Right. Like it
Legion?
was
Did
well,
they have
they had some, but I was poor. So I was like, okay, I'm just lucky that I got spikes to go and play for my high school, right? It was a big deal. So having the way you guys approach it and the resources that you have, if I could have had, a batting cage that I could go to on a regular basis.
Mhm.
This was man, the only reason I got to play because I learned how to switch hit as a freshman in college.
That's what my dad did.
Yeah.
He told me the exact same stuff. Like
Mhm.
if he wasn't doing all that stuff like that he did, like there's no shot he'd be where he was at Kansas.
There's no chance. There's no chance. He's like, look, I can't play you because I've got another left-hander. I got a left-hander. And I was like, well, but I'm better than him.
Yeah.
He's like, well, but I need him against right-handers, and 3/4 of the pitchers we're going to face are going to be right-handers.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, well, off to the cage I go. And 300 swings a day left-handed. And that was it. And basically it took the league 2 years to figure out that I was a slap hitter and laying down bunts and just beating them out.
Yeah.
So yeah, the game has changed, but again, you guys are blessed, man. This is an amazing situation. Watching you guys last year was amazing. Of course, Harvell kind of let us peek behind the curtain and get to know you guys. And
Hopefully good things.
Oh yeah.
Hopefully.
he really did. Like Harvell's such a unique dude. Like I had an assistant coach like Harvell, so I that's why I connected with him. But I'm going to take your guys' word that he and Coach Bolt are actually different people, because when they talk, if I'm not looking at them, I can't tell who's who. They sound the same.
I would never like think that. Like I
Yeah.
can't think of it like that, but
I'm gonna try next time.
yeah.
But-
close
Just
my eyes and
close
see.
your eyes and right, and just go, that's Bolt? I'm not sure. So yeah, check it out. Let me know if I'm crazy, but yeah, I told
I can
Harvell.
see it. I
Yeah,
can see it. They
definitely.
both got the southern draw and everything together.
Yeah.
It sounds the same
It's
when
both.
in the middle of the game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can't tell the
yeah.
difference.
There's
They say the same things too. They always got the same ideas.
Yeah,
same like
literally.
mannerisms too.
Yeah.
I'll be about to go like on deck. Coach Bowl will say something and say like a pitcher like having a timeout. And we all go over there. Man, it's exactly like, word for word.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm like,
Yeah.
what is going
You-
on?
it's like telepathy.
Yeah,
You like
literally.
you're like walking up to the plate and Coach Bolt's like saying like sit a slider.
Yeah, and
and
he
you
looks
walk
at
to the
gives you
plate
the
and
fingers.
Harvell's just like, yeah, sit
I'm
a
like,
slider.
Come on,
What's going on here?
like come on now.
yeah.
Hey, they've seen the game a lot. Like,
Yeah.
That's
Probably
good
as
for
long as
us.
we've been alive.
probably
Yeah.
longer than we've been
Yeah,
alive.
'cause Coach Bowl was in college '99 because he graduated in '03.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was born in 2000, and then you two are younger than
Yeah.
me.
And
Oh, two.
Yeah, and there's another.
there's another.
There's another.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's crazy.
Wow, I
Yeah.
played with wood bats, dude. This is
In college?
yes.
Huh?
I graduated high school in 1980.
1980?
1980.
Dang. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah. My dad was in college in '85, and they were just doing the East End all silver.
Mhm.
The first time you
just
heard it.
juiced.
Mhm.
First time you
Juiced.
heard it. Nope. Wooden bats.
You think you hit more than one home run then in high school if
I had 4 in college.
with the wood bat too?
Uh-huh.
Right.
Had 4 in college. Right-handed.
Yeah.
All power right-handed. Left-handed I was. So better hitter left-handed. Sucks to say that, but it's true.
It's
More power right-handed.
I came in here as a switch hitter. That's what like kind of got me recruited. And then when I got here, my first years, I was still like able to like hold my own right-handed, but then it got to a point where like it was like something within my swing I couldn't do the same thing as I could do left-handed, and I stopped, and that was the best thing to ever happen. Just be able to stick that one side. But it's crazy how in a matter of like a year you can lose something.
Yeah.
I didn't know what it was. I was like, my swing looks the same on video, and I can't pull the ball right now.
Yeah. It's the weirdest thing. You don't hit for like 2 weeks and then it's gone.
Yeah, or sometimes like I've been like in a drought, like doing bad, and then I take a week off, and it's like that week off
Yes.
just being changed. I didn't have to do
Mhm.
anything.
Oh, yeah. It's like summer ball, like one of my teammates, he was like Jordan Barth. He said, when you feel good, you hit more. When you're not feeling good hitting, you just take a break and don't hit.
Yes,
Mm-hmm.
And
I'm not gonna lie.
That might do the trick.
That's like, I don't know if I'm exposing you here.
Yeah.
The worst his BP is before games. DP,
Yeah.
I'm not kidding you. I've seen him hit like we'll take rounds of 5. He'll go 3 for 5 foul balls, and he go 4 for 4 that day.
It's
I've
the
never
weirdest
seen
thing.
anything.
It's
And
the weirdest
it got to
thing.
the point where like it's not a Max Anderson BP without a foul ball. And if
Yeah.
he started off the day with the foul ball, you knew he was due for
He's
multiple
due
hits.
for like two or more hits.
Yeah,
So the more technical a thing is, the worse I was at it.
Mm-hmm.
So we would walk through and we, BP, and we'd go through all the mechanics. And if I followed the mechanics, you might as well just put
Put Ks,
backwards K,
yeah.
like put it in, because I'm just gonna sit there and go, I can't do this.
Mhm.
But if I just stopped thinking
Yeah.
and hit the baseball, I was a monster. So I understand the batting practice, because I never look good in batting practice.
Yeah.
I never look good in practice. Never. And then in games, they're like, how do you do that? I don't know.
It's just like
It's
it's
crazy.
like a switch.
It
yeah.
is.
Like
Yeah, like
his first day in the Cape.
yes,
His first day in the Cape. Bryce, I'm not kidding you. He
The
texted me,
first
said,
day.
I'm going to be up there. And we were playing him the first day he was back in the Cape. So our team goes to play him. I was on Chatham. He was on Bourne.
Mhm.
And he's taking BP. We show up to the field right when his round starts. So I'm like, awesome. Like, I want to see him hit. Roll over. And then he like laced like the last 2 balls of his last round. And he didn't play that day because he wasn't technically on the roster yet.
Mhm.
And then he goes off and he's a Cape All-Star. I like look back. So I go home a week later and I look back and it's like Max Anderson's like leading the league in average or something. And I was like, what is
that was
and I almost told his coach, I almost walked up there literally and was
Yeah.
like, don't even worry.
Worry about
That
it.
means he's gonna have a good day today.
No,
Like, that's
Yeah.
literally it.
read that after that first round. I got a few bad looks. Like, really, this kid in
Yeah,
glasses,
Big Ten
Mhm.
freshman
and I was
year.
like, oh no, this is not gonna be good.
Like I could have swore you like the day we all got here.
Oh my god.
I was like, there's no way.
I've been hearing about
I'm
this
sorry,
Max
but-
Anderson kid. Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
like-
literally. And we
Yeah.
did the introducing on the dugout, right?
Mhm.
And I'm sitting there like looking, and I'm like I'm in my head, I'm like, that's probably Max Anderson. That's probably. And then you're like, hi, I'm Max Anderson. Like, I'm from Millard West, and I was like,
No way.
and then in the fall, just
I'm like,
rakes.
there's no shot the kid hit 792.
Yeah, DP, this dude hit more home runs than he got out in Legion ball coming here. Like,
Yeah,
give
that-
some to your teammates or something.
And I try to talk to him because like I'm just like itching to find out what he was doing right. And like it's like
the thing is,
I just try to see the ball and hit the ball. I'm like,
yeah,
bro,
yeah,
That's all I know how to do.
yeah,
That's all.
It's-
And Harvell said, their favorite thing as coaches is that they just have to make sure that they need to leave you alone.
no,
Yeah.
Like, just don't
Yeah.
screw it up. Like, don't tell Max anything that's gonna screw him up and
No,
mess
like,
him up.
there'll be like literally times like where we're not like going right or like multiple of us. And so if he's like maybe one hit, just like talk to everybody else. Don't talk to him. Him and
Ever.
Scum. Don't talk to him and Scum. And
yeah.
let them
Him and
two
Scum
do
were the
their
same
thing.
guys last
Yeah.
year. It was just like they were bound to hit out of it, and so it was one of those things where, like, you can't even go up there and be like, "You'll be okay," because you didn't even have to tell him because we all knew it.
Yeah.
It was one of those things like, oh, he'd strike out or come in. I didn't even be like, you're good, because it was just like he'll probably hit a double next at bat. Like, whatever. Like, it doesn't even matter.
I want to do a thing. So let folks know we are in fact live. Text line. Don't worry about it. We are live. So Tim, we see you. Landon, we see you. Greatly appreciate you guys. Can text these guys if you've got questions. You want to call in the Honda Lincoln hotline, you can do that. Both numbers, 402-464-5685. You can reach out. Tim asked the question, can you guys teach your dirtbag mentality to the football and basketball teams?
Oh.
oh,
See, I want you to answer because you've been a lifelong Husker fan, and so you've seen
Yeah.
it from like every aspect. So like, what does this all like mean to you?
yeah. I mean, this year I felt like the football team kind of had that. I mean, we played hard. We just didn't have a few things go our way. I mean, there was a few things here or there that could have been changed, but I mean, throughout the whole season, they were playing hard. They played to the finish. They wanted to win every single game, no matter what. Any guy that went in there, they were playing hard. They were playing to win.
They only lost one game by double digits.
Yeah, like
Every other
Yeah.
game they lost was one score.
And
So
that's
you
the
can't
crazy
say
thing.
like
That's just the crazy thing
Yeah.
to think about. Is like that's what sucks about sports is it's literally such a and Coach Bull always harps on this,
It's a
and
fine
it's like
line.
it gets
Yeah,
like
it's-
over and over. But you're like, these dudes literally have lost 10 of their 11 games by a matter of just a field goal or something,
yeah,
or just like a drive that didn't go their way, 1 or 2 plays,
Mhm.
and it's like. I don't care what anyone says, and I might get hate for saying this, but we're the best 3-9 team ever. Like I don't
Yeah.
care. I would literally have our team go up against anyone because you know it's going to be a fight till the end. Like
yeah. Like I saw this stat that like Iowa had 3 losses, and their losses they had lost by more points than we had in our 9 losses.
yeah,
Like it's just crazy. We're playing hard, so
yeah.
it looked like the football that I grew up watching, and I think we're gonna turn it around.
I honestly think we're like a year
We're right
away.
there. We're right there.
people just act like they just go up there and just like try to get a game away. Like
Yeah.
nobody's going
no,
over there to
no
lose.
one's trying to lose in front of 90,000.
Yeah.
No, like if you're sitting here saying I'm gonna go play in front of 90,000, a sellout crowd, and I'm gonna go and just throw it,
Yeah,
throw the
just-
game.
and give it
Come
give
on
it
now.
away. Like
Yeah.
no, there's no shot.
And then the same thing's like basketball. Like
Mhm.
you see the glimpse here and there. It's like I mean that's with every sport. We
Yeah,
had that.
we
Like
had it.
we lost our first game to Purdue,
Mm-hmm.
and I know our fans thought they were like, "Oh, here we go again."
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just like it was a
Yep.
fine line. We lost by 2 runs or something like that, and it was just
Mhm.
like costly errors towards the end. That is what.
Yeah, a few mistakes.
Yeah, and it's
That's
it's Coach Forward's 3rd year. He doesn't
Mhm.
have his full roster here. Once he
Mhm.
gets everyone coming in, and then obviously one of our best players is hurt.
Yeah.
So that's never a good thing. But
Mhm. Yeah, they got the talent. They got
oh yeah,
they got the guys there. They just have a few mistakes that kind of lead into something else, and all it is just kind of limit those and limit how long it takes to get back from
Yeah.
mistakes.
Winning,
That's what we learned.
winning takes momentum. Losing takes momentum.
Yeah, exactly.
On the Honda Lincoln Hotline, you guys have your first call. Joe, let's bring Joe into the show. Joe, what's up?
Hey, I'm a lifelong Husker fan. I was just calling in to see if you guys have any specific pregame rituals. You eat anything special? Rumor around the street, maybe some cheese. I don't know. Heard some people like cheese dogs, stuff
Jeez.
like that.
I think like probably my pregame ritual, like during the game, I'm a big like candy guy, so that's probably mine. I always got the snacks. That's-
What's the snack though?
It varies. I got like my top 3 that I go to is like the Sour Patch watermelon, and then Snickers, and then probably Reese's Puffs. Reese's.
Jolly Ranchers.
No, Sour Patch Kids.
No, we Jolly Ranchers.
Jolly Ranchers. Those
Yeah.
are fire.
Ranchers.
see, I'm too
Those are
scared.
fire.
Because I'm like Max. Sometimes like I'm not thinking. So if I had a Jolly Rancher in my mouth and I went to do anything, I'm choking on.
Oh,
it.
that's only when I'm not hitting. In the
Mm.
field, I'm a surgeon with
Sunflower
seeds.
seeds?
I'm a
Really?
surgeon.
So we couldn't do that because of
because
'cause
COVID.
COVID.
Because COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We
you couldn't
weren't
have
allowed to-
sunflower
we
seeds
wouldn't-
because heaven
yeah.
forbid spitting sunflower seeds
Yeah,
out in the outfield or something.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
when I
What's yours? I want to hear yours because
Yeah.
I feel like it's just every
With
day
me-
you show up in your little fake Adidas Crocs and just
Wait a
tell
minute,
me-
y'all allow that?
I-
You
it-
allow
you
that?
tell me you're gonna
They're
tell a
good.
kid.
They're
you're
comfy.
gonna tell them what
They're
to do.
comfy.
I am so
Like they said.
stunned.
Leave 'em
We gotta leave him alone.
Yeah, we gotta leave you alone.
He'll come in like a Hanes
Hit how you
t-shirt,
hit. Yeah,
a
you know.
Hanes t-shirt. So a plain white tee. These most like, if it's cold, a flannel, and these just baggy pajama looking pants.
And we were
Mhm.
roommates, so I'm just like I'm gonna let him rock out with whatever he wants. Because
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Now you-
can't stop that.
no,
Just usually have my favorite meal before the day, and I mean I do like to have some nachos before. I'm not gonna lie. That's usually my go-to.
huh?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
No,
The night before the series,
Where at? Because I know.
home,
Oh, okay.
just like to make them in the microwave.
I was about to say,
Mhm.
only the sweets had microwaves. I know.
Yeah.
I know you're not
I'm not-
chefing.
not getting
Come on.
gourmet.
Yeah, some
Not
ramen
getting
noodle
gourmet.
maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cam, what's your
Mm.
pregame?
I like to take the dog on walks when it's like warm enough. Kind of just
Ease the head.
yeah.
Ease the
That's the
mind.
biggest thing is like the grind of it. you just we get going. It's like you feel like you're never gonna break. So just like the little things.
Yeah.
But pregame, I come up. It's about the same time, get a cup of coffee. Y'all know that.
Oh,
I'm a
yeah.
He'll
coffee
get
guy.
his
Yes.
Lamar's donuts and his
He's
coffee.
always-
And then
I did almost make us late. We went and got Lamar's one of the
Yeah.
first trips, and the lady, bless her heart, sweet little girl, like didn't know how to make a vanilla latte, and we were there for 30 minutes.
Yeah, I'm like,
Mhm.
bro.
Yeah. I almost told him, I almost was like, just keep it like whatever, like it doesn't matter. But I was like, inside, I was like, no, I want this latte.
If
But
you-
no, yeah.
If you don't get your coffee though, you sometimes eat it up in the press box too. The
Yeah.
pregame
Yeah.
meal.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. With the powdered donuts.
Yep.
Another fire.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah.
always got to have his
You have the
coffee.
best nutrition in the country.
Lisa
And
Kopecky hooks us up there.
She
Yeah,
does.
She does.
Yeah.
Powdered donuts, fruit buffet, and
Those-
it's like egg buffet.
He is a coffee connoisseur.
And
though.
they make us pancakes,
The
chocolate
pancakes
chip
are
blueberries.
fire.
Ooh,
Fire.
I said you guys are blessed.
yes.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Like
Some-
I think,
yeah,
I
it's just
think
coffee.
I think as a team, I think we got bananas and oranges.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah, it's
Well,
awesome.
we used to get sandwiches in the dugout during games because COVID we couldn't touch the bread.
Okay.
So we used to be able to make peanut butter jelly sandwiches. My freshman year when I DH'd most of the year,
Yeah.
oh man, because I
Full on
like
PBJ.
a lot of
Just all
times
the
they're
time.
like it's for like a lot like the guys who are playing. So technically,
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're playing.
No,
I'm
you're
playing.
You're playing.
a lot of the time it's been on the bench, but I do get 4 at max. So I'm like, I mean, I could spare one.
That would have been very dangerous for me last
know,
year.
yeah.
That would have been bad.
We'd have been going out like, where's Max?
He's eating a sandwich.
Sticky
Oh my
fingers.
goodness! All right, Kim, get us to break.
All right, well, we got more to talk about. I got some good questions, and you guys are sending some good questions. So just stick around, and let's hear about how wacky and weird Max is.
Oh yeah.
Keep on listening. You're listening to 93.7 The Ticket with Up the Middle with Bryce Matthews, Cam Chick, Max Anderson, and shout out DP.
Hey, Dad, your prescription will be ready in just a minute. Hey, Dad, your laundry will be ready in just a minute. Dad, your lunch will be ready in just a minute.
Hey, honey, why don't you take a minute? When you help care for a loved one, you give them as much time as you can, making sure they're safe and comfortable. But it's just as important that you take some time for yourself. At AARP, we can help with information and useful tips on how you can maintain a healthy life balance, care for your own physical and mental well-being, and manage the challenges of caring for a loved one. Because the better care you take of yourself, the better care you can provide for your loved one.
Thanks, Dad.
Thank you. You're there for them. We're here for you. Find free care guides to support you and your loved one at aarp.org/caregiving. That's aarp.org/caregiving. A public service announcement brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
If you're worried your friend may be struggling, remember, you don't have to be there to be there.
You can say how are you or get a fake tattoo. You can ask with an app if it works for you. You could write them a text or knit them a sweater. If you can't be together, you could write them a letter. Whatever gets you talking. Whatever gets you talking. You could chat on the game, kick off your flip-flops. You can ask on your couch while you binge watch. However you do it, you gotta ask a friend. And if they don't share, you can ask again. Whatever gets you talking. Whatever gets you talking.
Reach out to a friend about their mental health. Learn how you can help at seizetheawkward.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council, American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, and the JED Foundation.
You want to feel important. You want to be a part of something bigger, something that matters and can help change things. You want to feel like you belong. We know. We felt that way too. And that's why we did something about it. We aren't just Army National Guard soldiers. We are normal people just like you. And together, we can make a difference. Take on your legacy. Visit NationalGuard.com to find out more.
Sponsored by the Nebraska Army National Guard aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association at this station.
Serve Nebraska believes that volunteers are part of what makes Nebraska great. Each year, the Step Forward Awards honors volunteers from across the state who serve their communities in outstanding ways. In 2021, the Step Forward Awards has been postponed to December 9th and moved to a virtual space. Join us in thanking volunteers for all they do by tuning in to the virtual Step Forward Awards celebration. Visit serve.nebraska.gov to register. Paid for by Serve Nebraska, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
A year ago, Daniel resolved to stop putting off what he wanted, a career in information technology. He enrolled in My Computer Career and is now a few months into his IT career. Make 2020 your year. Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation today. You could start your new life as an IT pro in as little as 4 months. Classes are on campus or live online. It's not rocket science. It's My Computer Career. mycomputercareer.edu.
As an 18-year-old, I let my mistakes kind of take over my life. I was 0.5 credits away from completing high school, and I didn't do it.
10 years later, at age 28, Jackie finished her high school diploma.
When I found out that I was pregnant, I know that I had to do something for myself if I wanted to make her a better person and provide a better life for her. My family never stopped pushing for me to be better because they knew what I could become and who I could become as a person. My support team is amazing. The educational director, my sister, and even my 7-year-old daughter has just been more than the support that I could ask for. I've been given an opportunity, and I'm just thankful for it.
No one gets a diploma alone. If you're thinking of finishing your high school diploma, you have help. Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org. That's finishyourdiploma.org. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
You're listening to Up the Middle with Cam Chick and Bryce Matthews on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back, 93.7 fans. We got a good one today. If you're just joining us, I'm Cam Chick, my co-host Bryce Matthews. Shout out DP. And we got our special guest, Max Anderson, here on Up the Middle. So at break, we were kind of talking, where should we start this segment off at? And I think we're going to go to the roommate route.
Yeah.
These two being roommates last year. Give us your top 2 or 3 best memories or stories.
Well, to start out, our definite best memory was multiple weeks, and we had a string going. I think it was throughout the season, wasn't it?
That and during the fall
and before. Yeah. We'd go at night. We'd go to Domino's, and it was a walk from where we lived, but every night on the weekends, one time a week, we'd go walk to Domino's together.
Friday nights, we go to Domino's, make that walk. Sometimes it'd be cold outside, so but it'd be either we just get a pizza or we get a pizza and like the cookie brownie.
Oh,
and then,
yeah.
And then we just like watch Netflix stuff or just chill in the room with Will and Caleb.
Oh
yeah, yeah.
It was a good time.
It was fun. And then our little Madden competitions, our Madden games, they used to get heated.
Those got heated.
Oh, yeah.
We got a few calls from the roommates telling us to quiet down after we played Madden.
See, me and Bo used to play like Fortnite when it was huge our freshman year. And we used to get noise complaints.
Oh yeah,
like phone call. We were neighbors with the RA.
There's probably like a month going on that me and Bryce played Madden every single night, and it would go back and forth
at each other's heads.
Yeah,
it's like
it got heated.
We're yelling at each other like we're about to.
Our Madden stories. That's just for another day. Yeah, probably another show.
21-0 real quick.
Nah,
get him off the game real quick.
That's a lie. Whatever. So one more. Give us one more. What's one memory?
One memory.
You just.
One time, me and Bryce, we went to my brother's house, and it was a pretty long walk away from campus, but it was a pizza place right next to Domino's.
So y'all just love pizza.
We love pizza.
Facts.
That's how every night we would go get some pizza, come back. Yeah. And so we started, it was across the bridge, across the train tracks. We walked over and we ordered some Topper's pizza. And
it was just, it's a long walk
from
Hank's house over the bridge. We had to walk what?
At least
Past
2
the
miles.
football. Yeah, it was like 2 miles. It's just like
2 miles together at night, just us two.
Was it cold, warm?
Super cold. It was the
cold.
winter.
Yeah.
Probably snow on the ground, and we were just walking, just going home. And I mean,
it was worth it.
that's just how you. That's how the two freshmen bonded.
Yeah.
That's all we did.
Was the pizza worth it?
Oh,
Oh,
sure,
yeah.
for sure.
Oh yeah.
Facts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then plus, I didn't have my car here yet, so like I've been probably with him every day.
That's right. I did
So,
forget. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It was just
You had to like each other. It wasn't like
Oh,
it
yeah.
just grew to like. You just had to.
We had
Yeah,
to.
it was a
Yeah.
forced relationship.
Oh.
Sometimes we wouldn't be on good terms. Either.
Yeah. What happened? You and your roommate
Yeah.
always fight. Like that's just gonna happen. What,
Yeah.
You guys weren't roommates on the road though, right?
No,
We-
I had
yeah.
Martin. So
That's right. Who'd you have?
I was with Gunner.
Gunner.
Yeah,
That's a good
it was a
roommate.
good
That's a
roommate.
good
We had some
roommate.
fun.
Yeah.
and the C store. We'd go to the C
C
store at
store's
like
deadly.
Yes.
11 o'clock
Deadly.
and just stack up with snacks. 'Cause
Yeah.
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
nothing else
Shout
to do.
out, shout out my mom and dad. They funded the C
Facts,
store
facts.
my freshman year.
The C store was nice.
Yeah.
yeah.
It was worth it though. That
Mhm.
walk down, just the
Oh my
basement.
gosh.
Oh,
He'd always have like a chocolate milk with him.
Mhm.
for sure.
During
Yes,
the season.
You
Yeah.
did love
Bro.
chocolate milk.
During the season, I always have one.
Yeah. That'll go down for sure.
Mm-hmm.
So as we start talking about, you don't think at the plate.
Yeah.
Getting back into that. I'm on the bases and I'm watching you take multiple pitches in the strike zone. And then you just hammer one with 2 strikes. And I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm more confident when you're down in the zone. But take us to what do you do? Like, are you like trying to see the pitches? Are you trying to see, or are you just
Yeah.
well,
Can't give too many secrets out.
yeah.
Yeah, I can't. But I mean, sometimes I just walk up to the plate and I'm just kind of sitting what I want.
Yeah.
Really. I mean,
Exactly.
whether it's like a curve.
Most of us are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whether or not
Don't
we
really
make
get
good
it,
contact
but
with
yeah.
it, that's another story.
Yeah.
But
If it's like a curveball or a fastball, and I know I get in trouble sometimes if I sit like off speed or something and I let a fastball down the middle go. But
yeah.
sometimes few people get mad at me for doing that. But I mean, I just kind of walk up there, and then once I get down the count, that's when it's just like, okay, I got to start battling now.
Yeah.
And I mean, you've seen it. You're on second base, and I don't know. My mind just goes completely blank once I get 2 strikes, and it's just like, no matter where this ball is, you're not getting it by me, no matter what. Like
Yeah.
when I was little, I played hockey, and I kind of bring that goalie mentality, and it's just like, you're not getting the ball by me.
Hockey
Like
goalie.
yeah, I used to play goalie growing up, and
I could see that.
yeah, and it's literally just like, yeah, good luck trying to get it past me. That's really the mindset, honestly.
That's a good mindset.
Yeah.
I mean, it works.
It works.
I mean,
Sure.
we should try it. We might have to.
For
We might
real.
have to.
For real.
Would you ever consider being a bunter?
Well,
See that in practice.
yeah.
How does that go?
To say it lightly, I trust myself to swing it more than I do to
we
get
do
a bunt
too.
down.
We do too. Yeah. What about you, Bryce? Bunter?
Can't say that's on there, but
Yeah.
I'd rather swing the bat a little bit. Hey, whatever Coach Arvell called, I got to do. So I mean, it's no problem.
We got any good questions coming in?
No, I'm sitting over here laughing. Look, man, that's the only way I got to school was the butt. Don't
That-
disrespect the butt. kid.
Nah,
Not
yeah.
disrespecting
No
it.
disrespect.
I was
Some
a
of us just can't.
disruptor.
Yeah.
I
Some
was
of
a
us can't bunt.
disruptor. That's what.
Some of us are still working. You're for the bunt.
Like I got the big dudes behind me better pitches because they were fatigued. That was my job, was to tire out the
Yeah.
pitcher.
See, yeah, we hit back to back. Me and Max did.
Mhm.
So that was kind of the cool thing. Is like I mean, sometimes we switched. He went 4, I went 5, or I went 4, and he
Mhm.
went 5, and it was kind of like you got to see. We got pitched the same.
Mhm.
But there was just some games where we were just like in sync, and
Yes.
that was the most fun. It was just back to back because we were getting the same sequences, and that's like the fun part as like a hitter is when you like break that code and you're like, oh, I see what he's doing, like, and then you're in rhythm. But there is some days, and I'm exposing both of us.
Yes.
You guys didn't see this a lot on the field in the stat book. Max Anderson struggling, but there was one day in particular. I'm 4, he's 5.
Mhm.
We're in Indiana the weekend
Yep.
we clinched the Big Ten.
Shout out McCade Brown.
Yeah, and Seth Lonsway.
Yeah.
We combined for 0 for 12 that day in
Mhm.
2 games.
I think about like 9 or 10 strikeouts,
And
and
that
you're
is-
the only one to get on base.
Yep, I walked 4 times that day.
Yep.
So that I guess that's somewhat does.
Yeah, that was.
And, that was
And I will
probably-
never forget Max coming in the dugout. We're both struggling. And this was the one time I did talk to Max
Yeah.
because we were both struggling. I
After-
was like, bro, what are we doing? Coach Harvell said the single-handedly the best line.
He called me over mid AB.
Yep.
And he's just like, look, you're not on either pitch right now. And I'm like, okay, I know. It's just, my mind's just not thinking right now.
So what do you do at that point? I mean, because for me, it's like I'm not seeing the fastball, I'm not seeing the off speed, and I'm either gonna get a fastball or an off speed.
Exactly.
And so sometimes I'm just like, if I get walks here, I'm gonna take it.
Yeah, exactly.
Because you're coming up behind me, and I'm like, oh, we're gonna get a hit. And so that was the day that was just frustrating for both of us because nothing was going right.
Yeah, it was bad because like that was towards the end of the year, and it felt like we were kind of going in sync the whole entire year.
Yeah.
And then that weekend really established us going in sync.
Yeah.
The whole And I mean, at that point against Indiana, that was definitely.
Would you say that was the low point of your freshman?
Definitely the low point of the season.
So that one game, Bryce, mark that down. That one game.
No,
literally
2 games in that day.
2 games. Sorry. Yeah.
And those dudes, I mean, all credit to the Lonsway and McCade Brown, but
their stuff was nasty.
Those guys,
their stuff was nasty.
I mean, top 3 rounders. Like,
yeah, those guys were good, and my head was spinning the whole entire day.
I couldn't. The same weekend, Coach Marcuzzo hit us with a tough sequence for the
freshmen. yeah, it was.
Take us through that one. What?
That was the first at bat of the game, and McCade Brown with probably, I think one of the MLB announcers said he had one of the best curveballs in the draft.
It was
and
he 98. He had some spin on it.
He dropped, I think, 5 curveballs on me in a row. Gets to the 3-2 count, and he just throws a fastball right down the middle.
Right, and you watch
right
it.
down the middle. I looked at it. I was like, "Yep, that's a good pitch."
And you
I
can't even be mad at that point. You're just like, he's got me so just befuddled right now. I'm just like, whatever. Like I
walked back to the dugout, and I was like, "Wow, that was pretty nice."
Yeah,
that was the first time he's like, I tried to talk to him because like I know Spencer was not good at talking to him.
No.
And like I was like, I think I was the only person that was at least pretty good talking to him, and he like absolutely blew up on me.
That was the one time
I was having a good game. I hit the
had that
home
double.
run.
Yes.
I had
and
the
the
triple
home
and the
run,
home run. So like I was having a good day, and I was just trying to help him out, and he wasn't having any of it.
Yeah, I mean, he owned me. That to say the least.
I mean, yeah, he owned a lot of us.
Yeah.
Lonsway especially. That dude carved us.
Yeah, it's a good thing we got Griff.
Nasty. Facts.
Yeah. Shout out Griff.
Yeah.
Shout out Griff.
Yeah.
Exactly. So who would you say, and both you guys, your first year, who was your best pitcher you faced?
Best pitcher. Well,
I got 2.
I think my answer definitely. Well, what we just talked about. I think McCade Brown's definitely number 1, and then I'm not sure of his name, but the Friday night guy from Michigan State.
Bro,
I couldn't see. I couldn't see much of what he was throwing, honestly.
Him and Kevin Kopps were.
Yeah, I just luckily got a hit again. I don't know how. I just threw my bat out there.
Yeah.
Well, we got more to talk about coming up next. You stick around. It's Cam Chick, Bryce Matthews, and we got Max Anderson here on Up the Middle.
My name is Rebecca. I struggled with depression for years. I also smoked. That was my world. Finally, I realized that smoking wasn't helping me. It was making my life worse. So I took control and I quit. Now I'm able to run again and take walks with my grandkids. My tip is there's another world out there, and it's a beautiful place to be.
Call the Nebraska Tobacco Quit Line. 1-800-QUIT-NOW. 1-800-784-8669. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
1 in 3 adults has prediabetes. 1 in 3. That means it could be you, your football buddy, your football buddy, or you, your best man, your worst man, you, your dog walker, your cat jogger. While 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes, with early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. Take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org. That's doihaveprediabetes.org.
Wait, did they just say 1 in 3 adults has prediabetes? That's 33.33333% of adults. That means it could be me, my boss, or my boss's boss, or me, my favorite sister, or my other sister. That's 7 members of my 21-person romantic book club. Wait, the 1 in 3 could be me, my karaoke partner Carol, or my karaoke enemy Jeff. I'm going to take the risk test at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
The Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council present the story of Tom and Levi.
Tom is the smartest man I know. He's been a professor at 2 major universities, been a teacher for over 40 years. One day, he told me that he was having problems in his classes. I think one of the students had asked the question and he didn't remember the answer. And I also noticed that he was letting his class out earlier than they were supposed to let out. And he was telling them that he was doing it as a favor to them. But I think in reality, he just wanted to get out of there. I was really starting to worry because I saw something was wrong.
Levi and I talked about how it would change our lives, but he was there beside me, and my love for him was just immense.
When something feels different, it could be Alzheimer's. Now is the time to talk. Visit alz.org/ourstories to learn more. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
A commitment to volunteer service is one of the many things that makes Nebraska so special. Volunteers give their time, energy, and resources, and they ask for nothing in return. The Step Forward Awards ensures they're recognized for all they do. Serve Nebraska thanks all the nominators, nominees, and sponsors for helping to honor their dedication. Those honored this year for the impact they've made in their communities are Sandy Manfill of Grand Island, Mihika Kanchanam of Omaha, Jim Kuhn of Nebraska City, Nicole Metz Andrews of Omaha, Washington County Recycling Association in Blair, Dave's Pharmacy in Hemingford, Home Instead Champions of Aging in Omaha, Larry Massey of Gehring, and Carissa Schenk of Scotts Bluff. Congratulations to all the 2021 Step Forward Award honorees. We hope you'll join us online to celebrate volunteerism this year. The event is free to attend and watch. Visit serve.nebraska.gov to learn how. Sponsored by Serve Nebraska, aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
At Farmers Insurance, we know that a bundle of joy can sound like many different things. But to us, a bundle of joy sounds a little more like this. Because we know when you bundle your home and auto insurance with Farmers, you could save an average of 20%.
Really? My bundle of joy just makes a lot of drool.
Ah, the joys of parenthood. Visit farmers.com or call 1-800-FARMERS to get a quote today.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Reported 2018 nationwide average savings underwritten by Farmers Truck Fire Insurance Exchanges and Affiliates. Products not available in every state.
You're listening to Up the Middle with Cam Chick and Bryce Matthews on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Welcome back, 93.7 fans. You're listening to Up the Middle with Cam Chick, Bryce Matthews, special guests, Max Anderson, and DP as always. So let's get back into that. So you were saying Kevin Kopps. Let's just talk about Kevin Kopps real quick. I mean, we got to. Like, you can't not talk about the number one pitcher in college baseball.
Pretty much the best player in college baseball.
He probably had the best. Like, I'm not gonna like. I don't know the numbers, but he's got to have, if not the best college stat line ever for a pitcher.
For
like,
sure. I mean,
he had
he's got
starter numbers.
Up there. Yeah.
Over 100 innings, 0.85 or whatever ERA. Like,
his arm just never hurt.
That was the crazy part.
They put him in every day of every weekend.
They threw him 7 innings in our last game against him after he just threw what
4 the day before against us.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just.
And then
wild.
he started winner take all super regional against NC State
Mm-hmm.
and went all 9.
Yeah.
And was
That's
still throwing
crazy.
fuzz.
Mm-hmm.
And like, I think people see what like always made it hard was people always forgot to talk about that he threw 95.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They want to talk about this gyro and
Which
everything,
is
which
disgusting.
is the fact that he can make a curveball and a slider come out of the same hand, same arm
Mhm.
angle, same everything, and just manipulate it is ungodly. Like, good for you.
Yeah.
But he still threw 95.
Yeah.
He
Mhm.
buzzed him with the fastball, low and away. Thank God it was a ball. And I remember I stepped out and I'm like, if he throws that again, I can't hit it because that's the last thing you
have
think
to
about
sit
against
on
him.
the-
Yeah.
You got to sit on the
He
crazy
blew
ball.
he blew my doors off with 94 my first at bat. And then he's throwing this cutter. It's not a cutter, bro.
Whatever.
I
it
don't
is.
know.
Yeah.
It's
80
you can't hit
80
it.
to
He's
89,
throwing it like
literally.
88 to 89 miles an hour, and it's moving like a 12-6 curveball.
Yeah.
He could also make it move like a slider too. So nobody's like that, bro.
That was the one time that I literally threw everything I learned about hitting out of the door and swung up, just swung up.
Mhm.
You had, to.
to.
You couldn't swing out. You couldn't get on
No.
top of the ball because you're going to roll it
No.
over.
You might not touch it if
You
you
literally
swing on
had to
top
try
of
to
it.
hit a pop fly, like
Facts.
in all honesty.
Facts.
And it was just one of those things where after that, that he just has you after that. When you're like, I have to throw away everything. Like,
yeah, that's how he got you. He's got in your head.
Yeah, it's just terrible. But let's talk about that weekend. That by far was my favorite weekend ever so far in my 3 years that I've been able to play here. Like electricity and their fan base, crazy. Their stadium and their field
it's unreal.
Beautiful.
It's the best playing surface I've ever played on.
And just the fact that we were the winner take all game, primetime game that day, and probably thousands of people watching it at home, and then 16 in the stadium. Like, you can't, like, that's what you dreamed about.
Yeah, you can't get much more than that.
And nobody gave us a shot.
No, that was the best part. Is like, we win the NJIT game, and then we're coming to play them fresh off of 2 hours. Right?
Yeah.
We literally sat in their indoor track, and when I tell you, we were all just like kicking it in our jersey and just like sliding shorts because we couldn't change. Like we're all sitting there sweaty, just stinky in the back corner. They kicked us to the back, and we come rolling up. And they're in their pristine practice jersey, like all this, fresh out of just like getting out of bed. We just played at 10 a.m.
Yeah.
Their stuff's fresh too.
Like their gear is crazy.
Nice.
The indoors.
Yeah, the indoors just unreal.
That's next level.
And then coming out there, you know, and facing one of their weekend starters and doing what we did, and then having our pitchers do what they did.
Yeah.
And then that right there was my favorite game to watch Swelly because he literally put us on his back.
Yeah,
it
that
was just
was
like,
crazy.
just come with me. I got it. We went up 2 runs,
offense and
we did what we had to
pitching,
do.
so.
Yeah, we did what we had to do. Got up 2 runs in the 5th or whatever it was. He came in the bottom of the 5th, and it was just like
he called game.
I don't know about you guys, but I was like, I literally was like, let's go. Like, bring on tomorrow. And I don't like thinking ahead because like that's never good. But
it's never good.
I'm sorry, like I was.
Yeah,
like,
he gets
in all honesty.
When Spence got something in his head, there's nobody else going to stop him.
No.
Nobody.
Dude played 5 innings shortstop, came in, shoved for 5 innings.
Yeah.
And then went out and played 5 or 9 innings of shortstop again. And still had like a hit or two that next day.
Yeah.
Like
unreal.
Once in a decade kind of guy.
Yeah. He's crazy.
Yeah. And his arm wasn't even like fully healthy.
No,
That's
that was
the
the crazy thing is like people don't even know that. Like he was hurting. And
he was hurting.
He's the most selfless guy when it came to stuff like that. It was just he knew his role, and you knew, and you saw that black glove in Coach Bolt's hand.
It
was
over.
It's over.
Game was over.
Yeah, and I mean,
it was awesome to watch.
Yeah,
I know.
It
sucks. Like, couldn't,
sorry, man.
Finish it out with us.
Let's talk about that real quick. Like, it
was the most crazy thing because it all happened so fast. Like, it was like I hit it, and I was running, and I lunged for the bag, which I shouldn't have done, and then it just popped, and as I'm turning around, I couldn't really feel my leg, and I was running and I was getting yelled at and just every single word possible.
Yeah, those fans
because
they had the dictionary open.
Yeah, because
they used it all. Yeah, things I've never heard.
I've heard some when I hit behind you that weekend.
Yeah,
and so I was hearing some stuff like I'm like, bro,
like you guys are double my age. You guys paid to watch us play.
Yeah.
Like, come on.
I got all the glasses jokes I could.
Yeah.
That whole entire weekend. They brought out everything about my glasses.
Yeah. That was scary because then you moved to third. So two things happened.
Yeah.
He hadn't played third all year. He goes to third. I hadn't played second in almost over a month. And I go to second. And I remember I came up to Bryce and I'm like, dude, I'm nervous. Like I was like actually nervous. I was like, I haven't taken a ground ball in over a month. The first ground ball I booted. You remember that? The in and out. And I looked at Swelly and I was like, dude, like I lost like all the rhythm. Like sitting out in the outfield for the past month, just
catching the ball.
Yeah. Catching butterflies. Like
come on. It was crazy. It's like they were swinging the bat hard.
Yes.
They were trying to go yard every single swing. I promise you.
I mean, kudos to them. They had 110. They broke the record. Like that's absurd.
Ball flies there too. So.
It does, but yeah.
Those guys would swing it.
But yeah, thanks for joining us today, fans of 93.7 The Ticket. Shout out Max Anderson. Thank you so much for coming on for the first episode. Really enjoyed it. Had a lot of fun. DP, thanks for sticking around.
You guys crushed it.
Some shout outs. Upside Bar and Lounge. Thank you guys so much for the sponsor. Moose's Mad Fresh Salsa, guacamole, all of it. Fire.
Sure.
It's fire. Thank you so much. And Beatrice Bakery, if you haven't had their coffee cake by now, you're missing out. You'll get on it.
Yeah,
you'll get on it. Coffee cake, and then what was it? The turtle
nut.
Yeah,
that's
a go-to.
That's legit.
That's legit. But this will be our last show till January, as we got Christmas break coming up. Thank you guys so much for listening. I'm Cam Chick, Bryce Matthews, Max Anderson, and this is Up the Middle.
Tractor Supply Distribution Center in Waverly is